Two vets, one mission. Smoke cigars and tell it like it is. No fluff, no filters, just raw, unfiltered cigar talk with a side of war stories and wisdom. This is the Smoked Debrief.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Hey, I'm Jim.
And I'm Hollywood.
It didn't change. You didn't say nothing fast enough.
It's all right. Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. And this is
the Smoked Debrief. After a 7-week hiatus for my knee surgery, we're back. And I can honestly say that it only took you 7 weeks to get the cameras and the deck and everything set up and fixed. And then, of course, when you rolled this morning, it wouldn't record, so we had to shut everything off. And makes me question your dedication to the show, Jim. I'll take that cutter. It's not a cutter, but I'll take it.
It was a perfect lesson in buy the expensive one first. So what are we smoking today?
So first off, you need a cutter?
I just cut mine.
So first off, explain to the folks at home, if you want to do a podcast, what they should do. Let's not do it the way that we did it.
Pay somebody else to set it up for you. Just pay somebody to come and film.
No, that's not true. Now, you've done a great job, but it was a slow process.
It was. Everything I've done, I've never took a class or anything. I just was fortunate enough to where I could buy the equipment and I'll figure it out. So we used my first shot because I wanted video follows audio.
What does that mean? Video follows audio.
That is when,
like that just there. I spoke, the camera came to me.
That's right. And now I'm a smoking in a token. Hello. And it's on me. So that's
like
what I
magic.
Want. I know it. And it's automated. We don't have to have another camera guy behind the scenes changing all this shit. So this we tried the ATEM, the Blackmagic ATEM. Great product. I'm sure it's nice for people that absolutely know the ins and outs of that. I wouldn't say that it was too complicated for me, but you're relying.
But it was too complicated for him.
I was relying on a third-party app to control this. It wasn't from Blackmagic, but the that app was amazing when it worked, and I think it worked 2 seconds for me when I was in here testing, and then I thought, well, and the guy who developed the app, he you can message him on Facebook, and he's quick to get back to you.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was great as far as helping me, but he ended up, his determination was maybe I had a bad unit, so I got it off of Amazon. So I did a return on Amazon, and they sent me a replacement the next day. Well, I got the replacement and plugged it up. It wouldn't even work. It wouldn't power up or anything right out of the box. So I just, at that point I was fed up because I'd been working about a week and a half, 6 hours a day, trying to get that thing working, and it just would not. So I ended up getting the Rodecaster Video, and it's amazing. It took me maybe 5 minutes to plug it up and get the video follows audio set up. It might be a little glitchy because it doesn't let you go into fine tuning, but I think for what we're doing, it's going to work fine.
Well, it seems to be working fine, and I feel like we're in a real studio now, Jim.
It's pretty nice, isn't it?
It's very sophisticated. The Salvation Coffee production studio here in Burlington, North Carolina.
AKA the warehouse.
So today we're smoking a Warfighter cigar. I went to the cigar convention with the Warfighter boys and hung out in their booth, and we sold cigars and talked to potential clients.
Oh, I bet you did.
And
I wouldn't know.
You weren't invited.
I wasn't invited.
And That was the last time I smoked a cigar because I had knee surgery that following week. And I've been in places unknown recuperating. Knee surgery, knee replacement. It's a motherfucker.
Hold on. I'm going to put my phone on silent because it's rude to not.
I'm going to leave my phone off silent so it will be rude.
Oh, we know.
And this is the cigar that they use for military charities. If there's a charity event or something. It was the Heroes sports cigar, but now they are choosing a charity every year, and then they're making a special cigar. And this Heroes sports cigar is kind of a mystery cigar because I don't even know.
So far, it's good.
It is good. It was good because we're back smoking together again. A lot going on in the world since I was gone, Jim.
Yeah.
Peaceful protests.
I was cut on too.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was like surgery city for us old dudes, man.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about your surgery, Jim.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay.
I had dual hyena surgery. So, because I'm 58 years old and
thinks he's 20.
Mentally, I'm 17, and I could have swore I could have deadlifted that big ass bag of coffee.
But no.
Oh, I lifted it.
Yeah.
But Pop went the weasel.
Crazy.
So I thought, okay, something's wrong. So I go to the VA. They did a sonogram, and he said, "You've got two." So they scheduled me for surgery, which ended up the same time you were having your knee surgery. So it wasn't bad because we both recouped at the same time. Right. And the VA took care of me. They were really good. And they gave me Oxy this time, which was great because I beg them for it for my back, and they refuse to.
Be careful. I don't want you down there in downtown Raleigh trying to get, Oxy hits off of the pushers.
That's the only painkiller that works for me.
Is that right?
The rest of it makes me sick. The Oxy just works. And
no addictive issues?
I don't. I have some. They're like 10 milligram for my back, but it's only if I've been doing shit during the day and I come home and I can't sleep.
So you don't have to do it every day?
No. It's only if I get home and I can't go to sleep, I'll take one, and I'm able to sleep.
They gave me 50. What's the other word for Vicodin?
Hydrocodone.
I took 2 the first 3 days. Then didn't take any more.
Oh wait, you still got them?
Yeah. And they gave me
just throwing that out there.
They gave me 30 something else, a step down from hydrocodone.
Oh, probably codeine. Is the one that's like Tylenol.
No, they gave me 100 of those.
Codeine.
No, the Tylenol was acetaminophen or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's something in between. And I was like, I don't need these. Like, you better have it. You need to stay away from the pain. I'm like, I know people that would be robbing banks to get this stuff.
Pain is just weakness leaving the body.
That's right. I don't know who said that. It was some action movie. Maybe Jesse Ventura. Maybe he said that. But, yeah, I mean, only hard thing I experience right now is getting up. I just without using my arms, still can't do it from, anything. I could probably, if I was sitting on this, I could probably get up. But this chair,
it's a little low.
Just don't have it in. So if I'd have known, if I'd have been smarter, I would have really worked on my legs before my surgery.
It takes some time.
Yeah. So
you're not going to be running marathons anytime soon.
No, and I don't want.
You can always work your way up. That's what sucks about getting old. Because I could go out and work in the yard, and just like lawn work, weed eating, sawing trees down, and taking them out to the roads, for pickup. And the next day, I'm just trashed. It just, the recovery time sucks now because you got to figure, well, I'm going to work a bunch of shit this day, and then tomorrow I'm going to take it easy. It's recovery day.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
Yeah.
And I do. I mean, you know, the motivational part of me says, oh, you can, you know, you got to push through that, you know, and all that shit. But sometimes
you don't recover though anymore.
Yeah.
In the young days, you could do that, push through, and it didn't feel like you have polio when you woke up the next day.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Now it's just insane. But, you know, we push through. A lot of it is for me, is weight control. Because I've lost 30 pounds, and I have no back issues now. So if I gain that 30 pounds back, my back will probably start hurting. I want to lose more. I'd love to get down to my post-Army weight. The day I got out of the service, had a 29-inch waist, and I weighed 169 pounds.
It's just a
Straight
fantasy.
killer.
Whoa, it's not reality. Whoa, it's just a fantasy.
Au contraire, mon frere. When I was doing all those Tough Mudders and Spartan races,
Okay.
I got down to 199.
Bro,
So I was close.
How long ago was that?
That was 2016.
Okay, so 10 years ago.
Well, if I hadn't ruptured my bicep, I probably would have still been doing it. Oh, Lord. This is fun. I'm glad you're back.
It's good to be back. This is a good cigar.
Mm-hmm.
It's just comfortable. It's not, you know, anything crazy, but it's
No.
just a comfortable smoke.
But it's not a weak cigar either, like you call mine. You know, my choices.
It's the choices we make in life, Jim, that shows who we are. So, those poor Iranian generals were sleeping peacefully in their sleep the other night.
You remember, was it when Bush 1 was in office, they had that song, Bomb, 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 Iran.
Well, damn Israelis, man.
Yeah, the Israelis are incredible, but you know it's foretold Israel will not go down.
Well, they can't. I mean, they can't.
won't.
I mean, the truth is, you don't think Iran would destroy Israel if they could? They've said it 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's
So why wait till they do it? Be a little bit proactive.
yeah.
And Iran with a nuclear weapons program, what could be worse than that?
Oh yeah, it's
A bunch of fanatics over there with nuclear. I mean,
and they would think twice.
nobody
about eliminating
wants
everybody.
war at all. You know,
course
I mean,
not.
they do, but you know, I don't. You don't. We've been there. We know what it's like. But to sit idly by in hopes that Iran's going to stay peaceful is ridiculous.
We had 4 years of Joe Biden, which is honestly, it seems like dropping ashes on that fancy
Oh.
cutter, bro. What's up?
Sorry, bro. I didn't see it in there.
You know, why are the Democrats and the liberal? Why are they so weak? Because a strong America, and I'm sure somebody will tell me I'm full of shit. A strong America raises the entire world.
I got to.
We are the example.
I got to tell you, I don't get it. Because you know, in their hearts, they're not welcoming these peoples into their homes.
Yeah. I love the ones that are out there at the peaceful demonstrations in Raleigh waving Mexican flags and stuff like that. Why wouldn't you wave an American flag? Okay, you don't like ICE coming and kicking illegal immigrants out. The key word, illegal, people. They wave an American flag and say, welcome. That's what, in my opinion, America is. You come, not my opinion, but they're, you know, I'm waving this flag because we should welcome everyone. Okay, the right way. We should welcome them the right way. But why are you waving a flag
From another country.
from another country that we're sending these people back to? If it's so great, well, they should be happy about going back. It's just ridiculous. I did see a video on Facebook, and it was a American Marine who had just graduated from Marine Basic, and his parents, who were Mexican immigrants, were there, and they surprised him. They had gotten their citizenship.
His parents had?
Yeah, on his graduation, and it showed them. They were all there, and they showed them to him, and that kid just lit up. So that was kind of cool. But they did it the right way, and I'm not opposed to if somebody wants to come over here and they want to serve in our armed forces.
They should get immediate citizenship.
Yeah, well, after they pass basic and served a year or whatever.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. You shouldn't have served 7 years and not have be an American citizen. That's ridiculous, and that's the case in some situations.
Yeah,
that's ludicrous.
Yeah, there's some. Well, didn't we have a bunch that they ended up being like MS-13 members or whatever, and they came in and they got all the training. That's a damn.
Well, that's smart if you're MS-13.
It is, but you really got to be committed to go into the fucking military, and to get an education and all that, that's a good 4 years.
Yeah.
To get properly educated, because you've got to learn it and then have a practical application, and that takes time.
Yeah.
So, that's respect. Respect to those guys. Rest in peace.
Yeah. It's we let the immigration situation get out of control is what happened. And then
Thanks to who?
And then once, I'm just saying, I'm not going to point fingers. We let it get out of control. And
Joe Biden.
And then
Joe Biden.
Once it got out of control, the truth is there's no going back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impossible. It's like, you're on a battleship and there's an 8-foot hole in the side and you got a bucket. So you've got to figure out a way to stop it now, take care of the problem, and then, or it's never going to be fixed at all.
I think by this time next year, we're going to be in a much better place, economically, world peace wise. I think we're going to be in a better place.
We'll be here smoking cigars. We'll see what we say.
Yes, we will.
It's amazing how much they hate that guy, though, isn't it? I mean, they
Who,
can't.
Donald?
Yeah, they can't even.
Yeah.
Nothing he does is good to them. Nothing.
Well, look at all the stuff that's coming over. We've got Greensboro just got a deal for an airplane.
Billions.
It's like, that's crazy, man. That's
like $200 billion or something.
Yeah, insane. That's good. We want that. Had to get rid of it. I knew it was about to fall. You'll just burn the furniture and everything. You don't give a fuck.
Words can hurt you. I've only burned the furniture like twice today.
I'm about to get one of those little fake leather repair kits. Oh.
What's it called? Flex Seal.
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Yes. I'm actually putting that on the Hummer trying to find my roof leak. And it's around the windshield.
Bro, you still have not found that fucking roof leak?
When it rains hard, I still get little drippy drips on each.
You've been looking for that for like 10 years.
Not 10, but close to a year. But it's like I've had the windshield taken out twice and resealed, and it's still. So I think it's the where the roof is mated to the frame where they put the seam sealer at. I think the seam sealer is given up. So I've got it all stripped. I kind of like it without the rails on top, but it looks horrible because you can see all where the lights were plugged in and stuff. There it went. As the ash falls. But my next thing is I've got the Flex Seal paste.
Oh,
And
you
I'm-
do. You did get the Flex Seal stuff.
I did. Oh yeah, dude! I was spraying the shit out of it inside, outside, and it got. I mean, it's not as bad as it was, but if it rains hard as hell, I get
As it
just
does in North Carolina.
Yeah, occasional little drips on each corner of the dash. So I'm gonna get that. I think it's still around the windshield. So I'm gonna put that flex paste around the windshield before I put the weather stripping back up on it and see how it goes. Did you, other than Warfighter, were there any interesting cigars?
I pretty much stayed at the booth the whole time. My knee was in.
Yeah.
I was on the last legs of that shitty knee, and it was just it was pretty tough moving around.
Well, I saw the pictures. It looked like you were having a pretty good time.
There's some good food in New Orleans. You know that?
I bet.
I mean, there's some great food. You know,
Go get some of that. What's that? Justin Wilson. Oh, I used to love watching him, and he'd have that.
a little
he'd
bit
be
of
doing
this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, we got the crab boil going, and we're gonna season it here.
Justin Wilson.
And he takes like a little bit of salt and puts it in his hand, and then dumps the container in there and puts the salt he put in his hand back in the container. It might not have been salt. Whatever seasoning he was using, it was way funny. You know, he was a comedian, like,
Yeah.
I think before. Well, one time we had this customer at Ear Candy.
For those of y'all that are not from the South, this is a lot of Southern history coming at you right now.
Yeah, we had this customer come in, and he had like an 89 Crown Vic. You know,
Police car.
Old guy. Yeah, well, he's an older guy. And we put a CD player in it for him. And then he came back like a couple days later, and he had these Justin Wilson albums, LPs. And he wanted to know if I could put them on CD for him. And I'm like, I haven't listened to a record and I don't know when. And
But being a good render you were.
well, he said I'll pay whatever. I'd like to have it so I can listen to him in my car. I was like, okay. So
You bought some shitty turntable.
I went. I don't know if I went to Walmart. It probably was Walmart. Found this turntable
that records.
that plays the record, and it had an iPod dock on it. But you could also USB it into your computer. And so I sat there. I set it up in my office, had it going into my computer, and the damn thing even put when it sensed silence in between each song or act, whatever it was, it place marked it. So when you transferred it to the CD, you could track, which was so damn cool.
Way.
So, and I think that little turntable was like $69. And, the material wasn't something that you had to be too concerned about, your sound quality or anything like
Yeah,
that.
because it was voice.
But it did it great, and that guy was tickled to death. But he had, I think it was like 8 or 9 albums, and I'm like, Jesus, but while I'm there, in 8 or 9 albums, that was probably 3 CDs. So we burned them on the CDs for him, and that shit, it automatically put it into my iTunes.
You ready?
So I can pull my iTunes up, and I got Justin Wilson.
You still got iTunes?
Well, whatever it is now, Apple Music, whatever it is.
It's all downloaded onto that?
Yeah, it automatically put it into my Apple, which I didn't know, but that computer was set up to where every time I put music in, it would send it over to iTunes. that was the good old days when you could buy a CD and put it in the computer and, incorporate it into your iTunes. And then no matter where you were at, you could listen to it. Well, now they've changed all that shit. You have to, it's like,
Right.
yeah, it's,
So if we took all the records we have and put it into iTunes,
it would stay on your computer that you put it on. But it used to be Apple.
but you can't put it onto
You have to subscribe to what they're doing is the way it was when I cared about it. If you had the disc and you burned it into your computer and put it into iTunes,
Right.
or you purchased it through iTunes right there, you could listen to it on any device that was linked with that account. And Apple wouldn't, it's not like they're sending the stuff you recorded to your phone. They just would say, oh, okay, he has the Beach Boys greatest hits. So they have it on their system. So, it's you're getting it from Apple, but they know you've already bought it because it's in your collection at home. And so it wasn't that big a deal. And now they don't do that anymore because it's like every one of my playlists disappeared when they changed over several years ago to the Apple Music.
So if we took all of the albums we have and uploaded them to iTunes, we wouldn't be able to listen to them on our phone.
Not without downloading it from your computer to your phone. So it used to be Apple you could pull it out from the cloud.
Your iTunes was your iTunes, no matter where it was.
Yeah, Ron Perlman had a rant on Instagram maybe 2 or 3 years ago, just blasting them because he went to get his iPod or iPhone, whatever he was using, and none of his songs were there that he had bought. And he was livid. I mean, just letting them have it, cussing them out left and right. It was funny.
So tell us about your latest. There's been a lot of stereo action at the Salvation Warehouse since I've been gone.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm addicted.
What have you added?
Since we took our break, I think I'm up to 10 turntables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 8 more 4 pairs of speakers in various stages of repair, which I'm getting deals on them. I'm not just like, throwing money out.
Here
of
comes the
willy-nilly.
justification.
Mm-hmm. Well, I get approval before I'm like,
What
hey, babe,
show?
look
What
at
movie
this.
was it where the guy was selling her some mind blower speakers? The salesman's like, you don't want these speakers.
Wasn't 40-year-old virgin, was it?
I think it was. Maybe it was. And he's like, you don't want these speakers here. You want these small speakers. They do the same thing, and they're like half the price.
I don't know.
Because you audiophiles, Jim was one of those guys back in the day. If small is good, giant is better.
Yes. Big Serwin Vega 15s.
You're going to have to open that curtain. You know why?
Because we're getting a little cloudy in here.
Because it's freaking fog. The fog has moved in. We're going to have to live with a little air conditioning noise because I feel like I need to go IFR and start flying on instruments.
Okay.
It is seriously like a fucking. I can't even see myself. Much, much better. Hopefully it'll clear out. But look, you can't even see me. Look, Jim. Look.
That's all right. It is the Smoked Debrief.
So you've also got a cassette player, an 8-track player.
I've got a few 8-tracks and cassettes that I bought and I had to repair them. And I'm learning on that. So fortunately you can download the
Jim!
service mic.
I can see you.
Oh my God, it cleared up. Well,
It's working.
we'll give it a
itself
few
out.
minutes. Could be the cigar.
No, it's not. Well, it is the cigar.
Maybe they need to have one call it the smoke bomb or something like that. Would be cool. A cigar to annoy people, and it's like extra smoky.
Yep. And now you'll have to listen to this part of the debrief and see how annoying that audio is over there with the air conditioner going. I think we're okay. And if not, we can turn.
It's not registering.
You're right. It doesn't appear to be.
Yeah, with these new Shure 7Bs,
You took my advice and got some real microphones.
it's
Didn't
not
you?
supposed to. Actually, it was Tom's advice. These are. You have to be closer to these for them to work.
This is what we use for all of our podcasts.
Yeah. Whose podcast?
We do a ridiculous podcast. Me and Dan.
Dan.
Uh-oh.
What?
Hold on.
Hey, copyright, bro. Answer that shit.
Hold on.
We do not own the rights to that music.
Well, fortunately, it was short enough that
So,
it won't be
whatever it is, it's urgent.
It was urgent.
When I learn how to do the live stream, we'll do that.
Right? Are you decent? Are you decent? Are you decent?
Hello?
You're live on the podcast
There you
with
are.
You're live on the podcast with Hollywood.
And Jim.
Welcome to the podcast. Say hello to your audience, honey.
Hello.
Cigar Unicorn on Instagram. That's who I'm talking to right now. One of the premier female cigar smokers in the industry.
That's Hollywood's
this
queen.
This is your chance, honey. To speak to the world of cigars. All 12 of our followers.
14.
12,
I think we're at 14 now.
14.
14.
I think.
That's amazing.
Do you follow us?
I do.
You do?
I do.
You're redeeming yourself. You know, I did a TV show last year called Office Joe.
Oh, enough.
Blood, sweat, and tears of my life for a year. And I found out 2 weeks ago she's never even watched all 6 episodes.
What? Did you watch the first one?
She I think she
I
did.
watched like half of them.
Yeah, and I shine in the last 3.
You were great.
She's watched the first 3.
You were great because that was so close to the real you.
That was.
I've seen 4.
You've seen 4?
I've seen 4.
You saw me kidnap Ben,
I think so.
and I had him in the warehouse with a knife to him, and I don't think you saw that one.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Except for the first episode. The first episode's the best.
It's great to have you on the show today, honey. You're our first guest.
Oh, thanks. I was really just letting you know I'm up and moving. I slept in a little today.
Well, you deserved it. You've been working your ass off for like 3 weeks. Traveling and National Guarding and keeping America free, and a son that just graduated from basic military training. Clayton Miller, shout out.
Is she going to bust heads in L.A.?
No, she's not deploying to
I'd volunteer
LA.
for that shit.
No.
My right-wing buddy Jim, you know, honey, he's like, you ready to get in the Humvee and drive to Los Angeles
Hell yeah.
At
Oh,
four-
shit.
at-
We don't
at-
need to go to L.A.
at 40 miles an hour
We
because
could
it'd
go to
probably
Raleigh.
disintegrate. It wouldn't be fast.
I'd get it up to 60 to go to Raleigh for that shit.
All right,
Oh my God.
I just wanted to be sure to saw your beautiful face this morning and say good morning.
Good morning.
We're smoking a Warfighter Hero cigar,
Ooh, nice choice.
our first episode back, and
It is good.
Jim wants to do like 30 podcasts today, so I'm like, okay, Jim. So, all right, babe, I love you. I'll call you later.
I
Bye.
have a lot of cigar smoking to do today.
I do.
Enjoy.
Thanks, babe.
Talk to you later.
Yes, you will. Bye. Now I can silence my phone. That's why I had my phone
Let's keep it PG-13.
on
sir.
ring, because I knew she'd be waking up and calling me. I love that Humvee now that it's got all the shit off of it and it's just a bare bones.
Well, I just took the
back,
doors off.
I know, and the back's, it's like the perfect camera vehicle.
I've got a bikini top for it that just covers the front 2 seats.
Oh yeah, that'd be great for the drivers on our trip. Jim.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince Jim to let us use his Humvee as the camera vehicle for the American Legion 19th annual Legacy Ride, which will be leaving just north of here and driving to the National Convention at Tampa. You'd be the perfect driver, man.
Would it be possible for, like,
if we don't get our Jeep?
If we started here, or where does it start at?
Just across the Virginia line.
Okay, so it would be coming from Virginia down through into Tampa.
Yes.
I tell you, I'll ask the guy that does my major work on it and see if he would trust it. Because I drive the shit out of it, but when you get on the interstate with it, you feel like you're getting run over because it won't go. It might hit 65, 70, but just the way it is, the nature of the vehicle, it's not made to ride on the interstate.
Oh, it's not.
No, well, you can drive it on the interstate,
but it's like riding a stagecoach.
It's you hear everything.
Because see, what I'm thinking we'd do it is we'd put a wrap on it. If we can't get a Jeep.
You can't wrap it. It's got that carb. What I think they call it carb paint.
Yeah.
Chemical and whatever biological resistant. Nothing sticks to it.
Well, if we come up against a biological attack on the way to Tampa, we'll be safe.
There you go. It's camo. What the fuck other wrap would you
No,
put
I just
on
wanted
it?
to say Salvation Coffee
We might be able to maybe see if some
sponsors
vinyl
the
would
American
stick.
Legion Riders Legacy Ride. That would be cool.
Maybe we could have it painted on.
This is if we can't get a Jeep from a Jeep dealer.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be great?
I think it would
you
be.
And me,
it would be fun.
You, me, Josh, and Austin on the open road, like in the old days.
It would be like back in the old days because there's no air, there's heat always.
There's always heat because the engine's hot as fuck, right?
Well, yeah, it's diesel, so it runs hot. But when the temperature gauge gets to a certain point, I cut the heater on.
Oh, so that it cycles
keeps
the
it
hot.
down. But I've never had an overheat issue. But that would be
What's
one
the longest
concern.
you've driven it?
Maybe 20 miles on the interstate. And it did fine. But you just never know. And other than, like, I've had it throw a belt, I've since fixed that.
Let me see how far it is from here to Tampa.
Thrown a belt and broken belt tensioner. But I have spares. There's like spares. Got 3 tensioners and 2 belts under the seat. So, and it's easy to work on unless it's something major. But if it's a belt or something like that, it's easy to work on. And
so it's 600 miles. It's 700 miles from here to Tampa.
Yeah.
And they do it in. Let me just check how many miles a day.
It would have to be. I would have to do some serious planning.
Well, we want a Jeep, but as a backup.
I would love to.
It'd be great.
It would be a blast, but we would just have to time it because I just got so much shit going on.
Okay, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21, 5. Oh,
it's in August.
So they're going like 700 miles in 5 days.
Yeah. Okay. So 120.
150 a day. Let's say 150 a day.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't even want to drive that far in a Jeep because the Humvee rides better than a Jeep. A Jeep feels like it's going to lose control every
You
time
have
you're
not
driving
been smoking your cigar at all.
What are you talking about? I'm puffing. This is good. I really like this one.
No, it's a comfortable cigar.
Yeah. Really
It's
good.
kind of like, a 15-year-old girlfriend.
Oh.
You're just sitting there on the couch. It's all comfortable. It's like you don't have to worry about her going crazy. And
I would not know what that's like.
well, or
Sorry.
or a 15-year-old wife, 15-year, not year old, but being a wife you've been with 15 years.
Oh, 15-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and the missus are very comfortable, right?
We've been together longer than 15 years.
Like twice that almost.
Feels
right?
like 2.
Does it really?
Yeah.
You think she's
It's
listening?
pretty
That's why you're saying that.
great. She watches the podcast.
Does she?
Yeah.
Just to make sure we don't get too outrageous.
I don't think she cares.
Oh, good. That's good to know. Yeah, this is an excellent smoke.
I found I think I sent it to you, a video.
You send me some ridiculous videos.
I know. Well, this one, I might not have sent this one to you. I sent it to Carrie, and it's some old commercial, and this guy's in a Jeep, and he's got a grizzly bear in the Jeep with him. And the little caption said, where I want to be in 10 years. This guy's just driving like crazy with this bear next to him, living it up.
So while I was recuperating, Jim sent me a list of 50 movies to watch. And I can honestly say I watched every one of them, and I was worried about his mental health.
What were they? Do you have it up?
Do I have it up? Yeah, I can find it. It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous, Jim. We text like girlfriend and boyfriend. Seriously, I got like 1,000 texts from you. You showed me a picture of your plow or something.
Did you find
with water shooting out of the?
Yeah, my tire, and I was redoing my. Hey, that I found it. Here's my movie list to Hollywood while he was recuperating.
And I'm going to tell you, and as he names them, I'm going to tell you the ones that were ridiculous.
Okay, from 1974, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Good movie.
It's not that John Travolta shitty remake. It was the original.
It had the guy from Jaws.
Yeah, Walter Matthau was great.
It was a great film.
Yeah.
Okay, Pelham 1, 2, and 3. Hollywood heard thumbs up.
Okay. From 1976, and The Man, John Carpenter, Assault on Precinct 13.
Thumbs up.
1973, The Stone Killer.
Meh.
Really? Charles Bronson? 2018, 7 Days in Entebbe. Did you watch that?
Yes. Good film.
It was really good. I liked it better than the original. I think they had more information.
They did.
Then the next we had from 1975, the Iger Sanction,
Oh,
was fucking excellent.
2 thumbs up. Clint Eastwood, George Kennedy.
Yeah.
The Iger Sanction.
1975, my favorite George C. Scott, Hennessy.
Great film.
And then
Oh, okay.
from 1983, The One-Armed Executioner.
Okay.
It had Chad McQueen in it.
3 thumbs down. The most ridiculous in the category of most ridiculous movie I've ever seen.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great. Then 1977, The Domino Principle with Gene Hackman.
Okay.
Wasn't that a weird movie?
During this period that Gene Hackman did these movies, there's going to be like 3 Gene Hackman movies. They all ended just weird.
You know,
It's like, okay.
Spoiler, The French Connection.
We ran out of money, so we're just going to end this movie like this.
Yeah.
That's really how it was. There was no conclusion.
What gets me is like, in that one from the 70s, and it was kind of a government conspiracy video.
That's where he was a recorder.
movie.
He was a sound guy.
Yeah. Well, no, that was The Conversation.
Okay, what was this one?
This one was oh shit, The Domino Principle, where he was in prison and they got him out of prison and set him up, you know, with the woman he was in love with and all this stuff. And then he had to go assassinate somebody from a helicopter.
And the end, he's walking along the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how the movie ends.
Okay, the next one, 1985, To Live and Die in L.A. It's freaking awesome.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Did it surprise you when he got shot?
Well, yeah, everybody died.
What's his name? No, that other guy. You remember he lived.
Yeah, but
ended up going back to that hooker, and he was like, "You work for me now." Never hear from that guy very much. He wasn't. He was kind of a weird sidekick.
Yeah, but Will Peterson got blown the fuck away.
Yeah, he did, and it was like you didn't expect it. But that's who's got the extra. William Friedrichsen,
the director.
That's the shit that he does.
Yeah,
everything he does has got. There's always some kind of shock.
Yeah,
and I love his stuff. He did more than just The Exorcist. 1975, another Gene Hackman, Night Moves.
Another end weird movie.
Had Melanie Griffith in it when she was like 15. 10 years old.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was pretty cool.
Just ended weird. I watched the Gene Hackman movie the other day.
Yeah.
No Way Out.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a fantastic movie. That's that's primo Gene Hackman.
Kevin Costner and
Will Patton.
Sean Young
And
before
Will Patton.
before she went nuts.
She was always a lunatic.
That was Kevin Costner's first big role, wasn't it?
Silverado. I think Silverado was his first big role. Do you know what Kevin Costner's first role was?
What?
He was the dead guy in The Big Chill.
Oh, that's right.
But you never
they
saw
never
it.
saw it because they left it out.
And the director of that was the guy that did Silverado. And that's why he cast Kevin Costner in Silverado, because he never made the screen in The Big Chill.
That's crazy.
The Big Chill is a classic movie with all of the stars.
Great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, great soundtrack. Okay, up next, the Odessa File from 1974, John Voight.
Thumbs up, good movie. John Voight, great actor.
That Mercedes that he drives in there. Oh, my God, it's so damn cool. 1973, Robert Duvall, Joe Don Baker, The Outfit.
Meh.
Come on, bro. These are great. Joe Don Baker, he just passed away.
No, I know. I'm not saying they're not great actors, but the movie
should be better than
the movie was meh.
Come on, in his memory, man.
Okay.
It's a great
Walking
movie.
Tall, Joe Don Baker.
Is fucking great.
Yeah.
I kind of like Bo Svensson, though. The rest of them, the last two, the final chapter. There were three. Wasn't it Walking Tall, two? No, there was only three. Because you had the original that had Joe Don Baker.
Yeah.
And then Bo Stevenson.
And then
was
The
in
Rock.
The last two. No, The Rock. Come on now.
The Rock was in Walking Tall,
but he didn't play fucking.
he played the sheriff.
No, yeah, but he wasn't. It wasn't Buford Pusser.
No, it was a new sheriff, but it was the exact same story.
No, it wasn't.
A guy comes back from the military, and
then they plagiarized the shit out of it.
It's an exact ripoff. The town's corrupt. And the guy that won't kiss any other women on screen.
Mike Pence?
No. He's got white hair like Mike Pence. He's a big actor. They blackballed him because he wouldn't kiss anybody.
I have no idea. Johnny Knoxville was in that. The one with
he
the
was
Rock.
the deputy. He was the deputy.
Okay. A classic.
Oh, I'm going to hate that when I know I hated this.
1974, Uptown Saturday Night.
Okay, that was good. It was funny.
Yeah, Sidney Poitier is
the greatest.
amazing.
Oh, dude, if you haven't seen
In the Heat of the Night.
Holy shit! That is a great epic film.
It holds up. 1967.
I watched that. I watched that because of Sidney Poitier being in. Oh no, you sent me Heat of the Night.
Yeah. Then Let's Do It Again, which was the second of Uptown Saturday Night. Jimmy Walker was the boxer. Do you remember the part where that that guy was in there guarding Jimmy Walker, and he slept with his eyes open, and they were trying to sneak in there. The guy was freaking him out because his eyes were still open. Oh, Lord. Okay, we got 67 In the Heat of the Night.
Great. I mean, I'd watch that right now.
Same character. They call
me Mr. Tibbs
from 1970.
Great movie.
It was great.
Sidney Poitier is one of the greatest actors of all times.
And
I noticed you didn't put Guess Who's Coming to Dinner because you're a racist.
I didn't. I'm not. I didn't really like that one.
It was
Spencer Tracy, and
it was a film that broke so many taboos and boundaries.
I thought that was The Watermelon Man.
No, that was in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
I
don't believe there'd ever been a major motion picture with an interracial couple before that film.
Then 1971, The Organization, which was the same character.
Like the
outfit. It was kind of a 70s.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I mean, in the series.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool. I kind of want more of those where he's playing Tibbs.
Yeah. He's great as Mr. Tibbs.
He's awesome. He was in another movie. More recent. It was like 80s or 90s. I think he had River Phoenix in it.
Really?
Little Nikita or something like that.
I don't know.
Anyway, okay, from 1972, The Ultimate, Hanzo, the Razor,
and then,
Sword of Justice.
And then Jim, about this time, goes deep into the Asian rabbit hole film genre, and I was forced to watch like 3 or 4 of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. 2 thumbs down on Hanzo, bro.
Oh, my God.
What was next? Hanzo 2?
No,
the Razor.
Toshiro Mifune.
2 thumbs down.
The Samurai Trilogy, 1, Musashi Miyamoto.
Dude, they didn't even speak English in the movie.
Number 2, no, but they were still good. Those were good movies. Duel at Ichoji-jo Temple. That was Samurai Trilogy number 2. And then Duel at Gangru Island, Samurai Trilogy number 3. Every damn one of those were great.
Just because you like non-consensual sex is why you like those movies. Because they were chock full of that.
What about Colossus, the Foreman Project? Did you watch it?
No.
You know why?
You didn't put it down there.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
But you got to buy it on Blu-ray.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You can't find it streaming. I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. That damn...
Just like The Razor blew my mind?
No, that one was a little self-punishment there.
Yeah, I knew you were punishing me.
Oh,
those were so horrible.
When he started doing that, I had to pause it because Carrie was in the kitchen. I was like, babe, babe, come here. That shit was so damn funny. She having no hair down there.
Right. There was something else that he said in that I said to you. I texted you back and said something. I forget what it was. But I was equally disgusted with each of those.
Then we had Saturn III with Kirk Douglas, Farrah Fawcett, and Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel just doesn't do it for me. He's good in something.
He was good in Pulp
Reservoir
Fiction.
Dogs.
He was good in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. In Pulp Fiction.
Bad Lieutenant. Come on, let's continue to punish these folks with the movies you made me watch.
Logan's Run.
Meh.
Farrah Fawcett, Michael York, Jenny Agutter. Mm-hmm.
If you're at home, I hope you're writing all these down and you're going to watch them,
and then,
so you can, contribute some equally abusive reviews.
Another of my favorite George C. Scott's, The Last Run.
Great movie.
Great movie. Fucking car was awesome. Oh my God. If you're a car guy, that's a great movie. I guess that's it. Oh, Blue Thunder, which is awesome. That's like the first time that anybody ever saw the Apache.
Yeah.
And Sorcerer. Did you watch it?
No.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh my God. That's a William Friedrichsen movie,
Dude,
dude.
I watched so many. By then, I was beat up on your movies. I'm like,
Okay.
he's lost his mind.
Well, you
put
got to watch Sorcerer.
You put too many ridiculous, shitty movies in the middle, and they just kind of burn me out.
Those are not shitty movies. They were purely entertaining. Were you not entertained?
No.
I don't know what to do.
And you love that movie.
Well, the text I sent you, you said they hurt me today. And I sent back, pain is weakness leaving the body, with a thing of Major Pain going, choo choo.
You know, if you're going to do it, Jim, if you're going to quote Major Payne, one of the greatest movies of all times, get it right. It's toot toot. Want me to tell you the story about the little engine that could again? I said, Charlie, you ain't got no legs. Unless you could get on your hands and walk the 20 miles back to camp, you ain't going to make it.
Oh, so what ended up happening to the bottle of Weller's?
It's still for sale.
How much?
I can't get anybody to write me fucking back. Found a bottle of Weller's whiskey from 1964. It's like super rare, and I can't get any of these so-called.
I'll put a picture up on this episode. It is in a nice velour-lined box with 2 glasses that are.
And my friend out there who's supposed to be watching this podcast, who owns Fair Hope Tinderbox, not Fair Hope, hold on, Brian Velasquez. I got it here on my phone because I like to look after you. Fairview Heights, in Fairview Heights, Illinois, the Tinderbox. If you're in Illinois or Missouri area, go to the Tinderbox in Fairview Heights. Great cigar shop, owned by veterans, and they always have outstanding cigars there. But what are we talking about?
That Weller's. It was.
I can't believe you or the lieutenant, or maybe he's a captain now, didn't buy this bottle, 1964 Weller's. I can't believe it. Or don't know someone that would pay. I think I had somebody tell me it was worth $8,000.
Well, you got to be a serious bourbon lover. I mean, it would not surprise me. You would try hard, but I would say $3,000 easy
Minimum.
Yeah, that's because you're looking at something. This when it was bottled, it was 7 years old, and it's got a tax stamp from 1965 on it.
And on the bottom of the bottle, it says 64, which means it was bottled in 64.
Yeah, that's insane. Somebody needs to jump on that shit. Did you call the ones I gave you the names of?
I don't know.
There's a place in Chicago.
I was probably so burnt out from your ridiculous movies that I just didn't trust you anymore.
Wow, really? Okay, from now on, I'm only going to text you once a week.
You're a liar. You love me too much. Long time. All right. Smoked Debrief is back. The hero cigar from Warfighter Tobacco.
It's definitely a hero.
Great cigar.
This is my hero for this morning.
We don't need another hero.
Yes, we do. Yeah, I'll take another one tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's do it. This is great.
Thanks for joining us. Tell your friends about us. Brian Velasquez.
Yep. Share the love.
Steve. Lieutenant Steve. What's Steve's freaking last name? I can't remember. I can't believe the lieutenant captain's last name. Steven.
Lieutenant Dan?
Steven. No. Anyway, call me about that bottle of bourbon.
What about the Warfighter guys? Can you remember their name?
Yeah, John Simmons and Scott Jansen. Why?
Because you couldn't remember it when we first smoked Warfighter the first time. You couldn't remember their names.
That's not true.
It is. We'll roll that back and let everybody see it.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. This has been the Smoked
Debrief.